First tonight,
more than $265 million gone from the National Investment Fund. Now the opposition is demanding answers and threatening legal action. I'm Delvado Emmanuel, and that story just ahead.
Plus, long-standing promotion delays pushing school leaders to their breaking point. That warning from the BAMU president. And then our Evelyn Ferguson joins us live in studio as the family and colleagues of Tonyi Gillot gather to honor her life and the memories they shared. And then in our news at 7:30, the health minister clarifying recent comments by a top National Health Insurance Authority official regarding sexually transmitted infections. We have the details for these stories and more as our News Live at 7 starts now. Welcome to our News Live at 7. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Megan Shepard. Another political fight heating up, this time over the National Investment Fund, as Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard doubles down on his demands for answers. The government has defended its decision to use more than $265 million from the fund to help finance its airport infrastructure program. But Pintard says the government's explanation doesn't go far enough. Delvado Emmanuel has the details in this report.
What happened to more than $265 million that was sitting in the National Investment Fund? That's the question that's sparking a new political debate, with the Davis administration saying the funds was used for airport upgrades. But Free National Movement's leader says that's not a good enough explanation.
We do not buy the government's explanation. The reality is the NIF, the National Investment Fund, much like a sovereign wealth fund, has very specific rules. In this case, the rules are that the government must appoint a board.
Pintard's comments come a day after he wrote a 6-page letter to Finance Minister Michael Halkitis, inquiring about the depletion of the fund. The controversy stems from government's financial report, showing the fund balance dropped from $265.3 million at the end of September 2025 to just $200,000 by the end of March of this year. As questions swirl, Director of Communications at the Office of the Prime Minister, Latrey Ramming, quickly coming to the government's defense. In a post on X, Ramming says the money was primarily used for the government's airport infrastructure program. He also pointed to the National Investment Fund Act, saying the law established the fund's governance framework, including a 5-member board of governors, and requires reporting of the fund's financial position and any withdrawals. Ramming also insists the opposition should wait for the fund's statutory report, which will provide a full accounting of how the money was used. But Pintard is suggesting the government went about it the wrong way.
We have no knowledge from anything the government has said on how they were able to legally transfer money into that fund, and worse, how they're able to remove funds out of the National Investment Fund in order to use for any purposes.
Pintard says the issue isn't whether the government should spend the money on airport improvements. He says it's whether the money was moved into and later withdrawn from the National Investment Fund in accordance with the law. Pintard says the government's response raises more questions than answers.
What laws are you following that allows you to move funds to spend for the purposes that you have in mind? And furthermore, they have not broken down which airports and for what purpose each of the withdrawals have been used.
As for next steps, the opposition leader says he intends to escalate the matter.
We are going to raise it in the Public Accounts Committee meeting, and we are now taking legal advice on what actions could be taken against the government to force them to disclose.
Reporting for our news, I am Delvado Emmanuel.
And of course, we will provide updates as they become available. Thanks so much, Delvado. In news from the court, a 38-year-old man has been sentenced to 25 years in prison for sexually abusing his stepdaughter. Dane Patrick Reynolds faced 12 counts of unlawful sexual intercourse with a 14-year-old dependent, spanning a 6-month period starting from February 2024. The abuse took place in the marital home. Reynolds, who is a Jamaican barber, was arrested after the 14-year-old told her mother about the abuse. Justice Darren Ellis said the sentence reflected the court's denunciation of this serious breach of trust, adding the victim was entitled to safety, protection, and care. Justice Ellis said instead the convict exploited his position as a stepfather and parental figure and repeatedly violated her over a period of months. And with just weeks before students return to the classroom, the Bahamas Educators Managerial Union is warning that long-standing promotion delays are pushing school leaders to their breaking point. Union President Stephen McPhee says some principals, vice principals, senior masters, senior mistresses, and district education officers have been performing higher-level duties since as far back as 2016 without receiving their official promotion letters. McPhee says those educators have continued to lead schools without the pay, benefits, or recognition they've earned. And after years of waiting, their patience has run out.
In some cases, we have members who have gone for over a decade serving in leadership posts, but still to date have not received their promotion letters. And thereby, they're not receiving the remunerations, they're not receiving the benefits, nor even the authority of the office. And we're talking about principals, vice principals, senior master and mistresses. Presently, there are 3 schools who do not have principals assigned. We're being told we're waiting on the promotion exercise. Some of these vacancies existed for over a year ago, in some cases, even further.
Well, in response, the Ministry of Education released a statement disputing the union's claims, saying it met with BEMU twice in the past 6 weeks to discuss the teacher shortage and administrative promotions. The ministry also said it recently congratulated a substantial number of administrators on their promotions, adding that it remains committed to working with the union to resolve any outstanding issues. While the ministry did not address the union's concerns about delayed promotion letters, the statement said the education minister maintains an open door policy. But McPhee says although teachers have voted to use their strike vote, he hopes it doesn't come to that for BEMU.
No threat, but we got a strike certificate from the sitting Minister of Labor, Public Service and National Insurance, presented to BEMU after all of the claims and all of the attempts to resolve matters of promotion of our members, that essentially says, BEMU, in accordance with the ILO Convention, you have a right to strike. Here is your strike certificate. We have been more and over accommodating with not using it, but we are not prepared to go into the new school year with those matters not being addressed.
Meantime, parents are getting ready to take advantage of the upcoming VAT-free shopping holiday over the next few weeks. Retailers are making final preparations for what is expected to be a busy few days. Our news visited one of the biggest uniform retailers in the country to see how the team is getting ready for the rush.
With just weeks to go before the new school year, shoppers are expected to fill the stores this VAT-free holiday that kicks off on Saturday, August 8th and ends on Saturday, September 5th. And parents will be looking forward to save on school essentials. At Janae's Uniform Center, Managing Director Martha Wallace says staff is already making last-minute adjustments to ensure customers can take full advantage of the tax break.
Well, first of all, tonight we will work very late in programming our system to make sure that those persons coming in to get the savings that it is VAT-free.
The store has been preparing for weeks, ensuring shelves are fully stocked and customers will have plenty of options during what is expected to be one of the busiest shopping weekends of the year.
We're geared up for it. We have lots of inventory in, just awaiting their arrival. And we've extended our sale to assist with the VAT-free.
And beyond the sales, the company says this year's back-to-school season has also created opportunities for young Bahamians to help meet the increased demand while giving them a valuable work experience.
You know, the one thing that we're proud of, that this year we've employed 35 persons interns from the various schools.
Now, with just weeks away from school opening, Janae's is hoping that this VAT-free weekend saves parents a buck while they prepare. Reporting for Our News, I'm Shanasa Houghton.
Thanks so much, Janasa. Well, today, loved ones and co-workers gathered at the Sandals Royal Bahamian Ballroom to honor Tonyi Gillot, a beloved team member and talented voice in the Pond Band. She and some of her bandmates were among 10 people killed in an Independence Day plane crash. Her colleagues celebrating her life with heartfelt tributes during a memorial service at the all-inclusive hotel. Our Evelyn Ferguson is live in studio to tell us more about the emotional event. Evelyn, what can you tell us?
Thanks, Megan. Almost 1 month after Tonyi Gillot's shocking death, her grieving co-workers, friends, and family members are still trying to cope. But amid the grief, they celebrated her bright legacy. One of them was her Sandals Royal Bahamian co-worker, Samaria Cooper, who reflected on the joy Tonyi brought to the entire team over the last decade.
You could never complain around Tonyi. The most you would ever hear her say was, "Boss, you working me hard and you ain't feeding me. You know I love to eat." And then she would laugh and get right back to work. Beyond her incredible work ethic, Tonyi brought joy wherever she went. Once the work was done, she was always the first to say, "Great job," and offer a high five. She had a way of making everyone feel appreciated, and she truly made our department feel like family.
Tonyi was one of 10 people who died in that Flamingo airplane crash on Independence Day. The flight had left Nassau and was in the process of landing in San Andres ahead of the North Andres Regatta. She and 4 other members of the Pawn Band were set to perform at the regatta. While she loved to entertain, her Sandals co-workers say she also loved the job for 10 years. Tonyi worked at the Sandals Royal Bahamian Resort shop before her passing. At today's memorial, hotel manager Delino Moss spoke about the importance of putting together this memorial and offering support in this time.
It's all about family. It's about being there for the family here and her personal family on the outside of here. It's about taking care of them, making sure during this time of bereavement that we show the love and we show that we care for our family. No matter what, we want to be there.
As friends and family continue to grieve, they say Tonyi Gillot's light will never go out. Her legacy of love and music lives on. Back to you, Megan.
Thanks so much, our Evelyn Ferguson, reporting live in studio on such a tragic loss that continues to shake the nation. Well, we've got more to share tonight, but for now, meteorologist Ian McKenzie is standing by in the Weather Center. Ian, happy Friday. How's it looking?
Happy Friday, Megan, and happy Friday, Bahamas. Outside our studios, we're under intermittent clouds with a temperature 86. Feels like extremely warm at 97. Winds from the east at 12 miles per hour. Across the northwest Bahamas, those mid-80s are persisting. Freeport 85, Great Harbor Key, and Governor's Harbor at 85, as well as Nicholstown and Allenstown. Bimini 86 in the capital, 84 in Marsh Harbor, Abaco. Central Bahamas 86 is dominating the board. Camps Bay, Black Point, Georgetown, Arthurstown, Deadman's Key, and Coburn Towns in Salvador 87 in Port Nelson, Rum Key. Southeast Bahamas 86s in Duncantown, 87s across Colonel Hill, Delectable Bay, Abrahams Bay, and Providenciales, Turks and Caicos 88. The hot spot, as usual, Matthewtown and Agua. Satellite radar composite at this time. We have a plume of moisture across the extreme northern Bahamas. This is all associated with a persistent trough that's been hanging around for several days now. It's slowly migrating towards the west across South Florida. So all you folks trying to get your last minute shopping and holidays in South Florida, Central Florida, prepare for the wet weather. That's your first look at weather. Stay tuned. Your extended forecast is straight ahead.
Coming up in sports, we head back to the DR for a pair of medals for Team Bahamas at the CACs. The best in the world are going at it in Oregon, so of course, we right in the mix.
Long summer, hot sun, people coming over, and nobody feeling like cooking. This summer, wait for the sign. Presenting KFC Summer Bucket, the official meal of the summer.
KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience. Our dedicated team is here to make every visit a win.
Now this is paradise.
This is more than just a place to play. Now this is paradise. It's where excitement meets world-class service.
Now this is paradise.
Now this is paradise.
Come experience it for yourself. Now this is paradise.
Gillot celebrates the Bahamian spirit, from culture and craft to our reefs and jungle, preserving what's ours, shaping what's next. But it's in our hands.
It only takes a second for things to go wrong. Are you prepared? Don't become a statistic. Follow these simple rules. Leave early, obey road signs, wear seatbelts, invest in hands-free devices, and don't drink and drive. I'm Inspector Gerard Cum of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, reminding you that road safety is no accident.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Let's do show. Team Bahamas not done medal hunting at the CACs. It was a big day for Bahamian sports diversity, and I love diversity and equity and inclusion. The squad added 2 more bronze medals to its haul at the CAC Games on Wednesday, thanks to a big day in the field and on the water. First up, Brendan Vanderpool cleared 5.10 meters to grab bronze in the men's pole vault. Then the action shifted from the runway to the water. MJ Nash and Patrick Tomlinson sailed their way to bronze in the 2-person mixed dinghy, putting together one of the best finishes of the entire regatta. They finished with 24 net points, but what really stood out was that finish. In the last 4 races, this is how they closed out the competitions, with placings of 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and 1st again. If you're not staying up late tonight, you might want to set an alarm, just in case you want to see Zion Davis make history. Davis is headed to the World Athletics Championships Under 20 400-meter final. He booked his spot after finishing 3rd in his semifinal in 45.86 seconds, punching his ticket to one of the biggest races of his young career. He opened the meet by running 46.73 to finish 2nd in his heat and advance. The final goes off tonight at 11:53 local time, so yes, it's gonna be a late one. Now, all eyes turn to Zion tonight. Alabama definitely got one of them ones. And then you get your first 10 YS Players of the Week in August. That'll do it for Our Sports. I don't have to tell you to stay locked in. You know the vibes. We're back on Our News at 7:30.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world. As a 14-year-old student kills at least 5 people at a high school and 2 at home outside Bangkok. Plus, a Russian retail giant's warehouse burns after Ukraine's latest long-range drone attack. And the Dominican Republic deports more than 200,000 Haitians in the first 7 months of 2026. We have the details when our news returns.
The only thing hotter than the weather these days are the red-hot, sizzling specials you only find at Super Value and Quality supermarkets. President Whole Milk, 1 liter, $1.89. Captain Crunch cereals, assorted 10 to 12 ounces, $4.39. Fresh limes, 3 for $1.19. Sweet whole watermelons, $7.99 each. Boneless strip steaks, $7.99 per pound. Not at this one or that one. You find real savings at every Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
Every great future begins with a strong foundation. For the last 10 years, you've helped us build one rooted in connection, trust, and community. Now it's our turn to build something for you.
10 years ago, we've laid the foundation for something bigger. Today, we're still connecting, still transforming, and we're built for more decades of innovation.
And because you've been a part of this journey, we're celebrating the people that has helped us build it every step of the way.
Alive turns 10 and we're celebrating. Customers have a chance to win cash prizes, travel experiences, plus one lucky winner will drive away in a brand new car.
Complete the following transactions, follow us on social media, and celebrate Alive turning 10 with us. After all, it's good to be alive.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas.
Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. A student opened fire at a high school outside Bangkok on Friday, killing at least 5 people and wounding more than 20, according to authorities. 5 school staff members, including teachers and administrators, died in the shooting around 10 a.m. The 14-year-old shooter took his own life at the school. The boy also killed his grandparents at the home he shared with them prior to the school shooting. A hospital just 3 miles away said 23 people were wounded, of whom 10 were in critical condition, with most suffering gunshot wounds. Earlier reports gave conflicting casualty numbers. Ukrainian long-range drones hit a warehouse of Russia's biggest online retailer in the rural mountains. Ukraine has regularly hit targets in the distant Urals this year and has even struck a Russian oil refinery in western Siberia, nearly 1,550 miles from the border. The attacks are examples of how Kyiv has used drone innovation as a key part of its response to the invasion by its much bigger enemy more than 4 years ago. Its successes have drawn international interest in drone cooperation agreements with 9 countries, with further deals being negotiated with 15 other countries, according to Kyiv officials. The man who prosecutors say orchestrated the 1996 killing of rap icon Tupac Shakur is scheduled to go to trial Monday, almost 30 years after the fatal drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. Dwayne Keefe Davis, 63, faces a single count of murder with a deadly weapon with the intent to promote, further, or assist a criminal gang in Shakur's death. He's been jailed since late 2023 and has pleaded not guilty. The trial, which is expected to last about a month, likely won't reveal who pulled the trigger. Instead, prosecutors hope to prove that Davis was the shot caller and provided the weapon. Prosecutors say if Davis hadn't written explicitly about the killing or talked about it in interviews, it's likely no one would have been charged. Dominican Republic immigration authorities deported more than 226,500 Haitians living in the country without legal status between January and the end of July, averaging about 1,000 deportations per day. That's according to the country's Director General of Migration. According to officials, intelligence operations have identified Haitian Dominican trafficking networks involved in smuggling migrants into the country. According to the migration chief, they've identified routes, travel patterns, and departure points used by the networks. About 15 people have been arrested and are under investigation for allegedly serving as leaders or guides for smuggling operations. Authorities said investigators have also mapped routes used by migrants traveling on foot through various communities before reaching Santiago and other destinations within the Dominican Republic. The government of St. Lucia officially launched its newborn grant program, providing a one-time payment of $1,000 to mothers of eligible newborns. The program took effect August 1st, following a commitment by Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre in the 2026-2027 budget, and applies only to babies born on or after that date. The newborn grant complements existing maternal and child health care services, including free laboratory testing, ultrasound services for expectant mothers, and community health care programs aimed at improving outcomes for mothers and babies. Other family-focused measures introduced under the 2026-2027 budget include the removal of VAT on essential food items, expanded support through the school feeding program, and increased assistance for pensioners. Still to come in our news at 7:30. The Bahamas lending a helping hand to our neighbors in Cuba, donating medicine for kids' cancer treatment. That's coming up when our news continues.
From the field to the fresh market, you will find fresh, delicious, mouth-watering produce and meat. Discover organic, special specialty, and healthy grocery products for everyday cooking. Your adventure awaits. Experience the fresh escape. Sign up today for My Solomon Smart Rewards at Solomon's Fresh Market.
Sun, sea, good friends.
And bold new flavor has arrived in the Bahamas. Introducing the new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger. Spicy jalapenos, cool ranch, fresh Wendy's beef, one perfect balance. This isn't a heat you run from, you enjoy it. Bring the heat. Keep the cool with Wendy's new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest running current affairs shows on our TV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down with leaders in government, industry leaders, cultural icons, and international experts. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our conversation sets the tone for the nation. We've tackled the biggest issues on the planet, held leaders accountable, and given voice to the people. From politics to culture, business to environment, no topic is off limits. Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. and again on Sunday at 8 p.m. Catch us streaming live on Facebook or catch up with your favorite episode on our YouTube channel. 9 seasons strong, and we're just getting started. This is On the Record.
Welcome back. To watch any of today's top stories, be sure to visit ournews.bs. And remember, you can take Our News with you anywhere on the go simply by searching Our News Bahamas on your favorite podcast platform, even when you're going on vacation. That's going to do it for Our News at 7. I'm Megan Shepherd, handing it over to our Jerome Sawyer for the latest headlines. Hi, Jerome.
You just had to take those last few seconds to rub it in,
Even when you're going
right?
on vacation. I'll watch.
No, you won't. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you.
Well deserved. Italia will be back next week. But guess where I'll be?
Right
where
here.
You are. Listen, enjoy your time off. Well deserved.
Great week.
We will certainly miss you. All right. Thank you so much, Megan. Here's a look now at tonight's latest headlines.
First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30.
Are STD statistics released by NHI being taken out of context? Stay tuned with Our News tonight for more details.
And then a viral moment at beaches and parks comes to a head when the chairman of the authority meets with the opposition leader today. And then an argument over a sandwich ends with an attempted murder charge. We've got the details on the arraignment. Our News Live at 7:30 starts in a moment.
Tourism today, Bahamas tourism today.
Coordinator of Family Island Development at the Ministry of Tourism, Don Simmons, gave us a look at what festival goers got to experience at Long Island's Goombay Summer Festival 2026.
Well, this evening we have a great lineup of games and competitions for both kids and adults who are willing to participate. We have demos, straw weaving demo on how they used to weave plait back in the day. We have a bread baking demo. We also have the native juice tasting. That's where we have teas with lemongrass, fevergrass, and soursop. We also have races and competitions, regular heritage games, egg and spoon, the sack race, onion peeling, and of course we include our Goombay drinking competition. Performers such as Iron, we have Ebony 242, and of course we have Ancient Man. So we have a great lineup of events for the day, and we just hope, the event is successful and it turns out great. With events such as this, Goombay, we try to bring back some of the culture, the old culture and the ways that they used to live back in the day. Basically just bringing out the old stuff and making it new. With this event like this, it gives the vendors, of course, they normally purchase the majority of their stuff from the locals here on the island, from the local food stores, And then, of course, like this, we also do, a lot of people come, they have rental cars, hotel stays, all of that boosts the economy of the island.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Welcome to our news live at 7:30. I'm Jerome Sawyer in for Talia Hall. As always, thank you for joining us tonight. A clarification over benefits for patients with HIV and other sexually transmitted diseases from Health Minister Michael Darville today. It's a day after the head of the National Health Insurance Scheme released some data on the infections and services that patients receive. Our Joshua Williams leads us off with the story tonight.
Startling STD statistics released by the National Health Insurance Authority yesterday causing quite the stir, but officials say the focus should be placed elsewhere.
According to that data, there was a 9.6% increase in services for sexually transmitted infections, including a 44% increase for HIV cases. It's become the center of conversation, but perhaps for the wrong reasons. Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville says there's a miscommunication that needs to be cleared up.
What NHI was saying is that individuals who have sexually transmitted diseases are now utilizing the primary healthcare component of NHI. The reporting agencies for STDs, HIV, and other infectious diseases comes by way of my ministry at the Department of Public Health in collaboration with the infectious disease specialists.
Darville also explaining that utilization was the main focus of the report, which he says is a good thing.
It means now that individuals who are exposed to an STD, most of them who are already known in the system, can access services by way of NHI. And so in a couple of weeks you will hear more as it relates to where we are with our numbers.
So what exactly is the reporting mechanism?
And that is via a special unit in the Ministry of Health where we do all of the statistical analysis, cleaning up the data, and reporting not only locally for our international obligations as well.
Dr. Darville added that updated figures will be released in the upcoming weeks by the Department of Public Health. Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Thanks, Josh. The controversy over the recent hiring and alleged resignation of a senior human resources executive at the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority taking another turn as allegations of bullying have now emerged. Our Danielle Miller, who is following this, reports tonight on an impromptu meeting between the authority's chairman and the opposition leader.
Bullying? Yeah. I don't know of any bullying.
That was Chairman of Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority, Jamal Strawn, addressing claims of recently hired Director of Human Resources, Erinique Johnson, becoming the subject of bullying. Strawn, who was just out of a meeting at his Gladstone Road office with opposition leader Michael Pintard Friday, brushing off the allegations. As for what led to Friday's meeting, Pintard, along with the Member of Parliament for Long Island, Andre Rollins, and several F&M supporters, gathered outside of the authority attempting to gain access. Pintard was later invited inside. Shortly after, the two emerged to address the media. While Strawn maintained he was unaware of any bullying, Pintard shared a different view.
All of us were witness to the bullying. And so that is the conditions under which, and she rescinded the letter. So there is no resignation letter in hand.
Johnson was allegedly compelled to resign on Thursday, just one day after a social media user accused her of being a supporter of the opposition Free National Movement. Ahead of Friday's meeting, Pintard released a statement accusing the Davis administration of engaging in victimization. When asked about the post, Strawn told Our News the Davis administration is committed to fair hiring practices of individuals who can contribute to the national development of the country.
It was a pleasure to host and meet with the leader of the opposition today. As he indicated, we had a very, very fruitful conversation, a very, very progressive conversation. And as we explore this matter in depth, that's what we want to put forward that dialogue remains open.
Had a good conversation that is a first step with the chairman of Beaches and Parks, and have emphasized what we believe thousands of Bahamians desire, that the young Bahamians who are prepared to build this country ought to be given a fair opportunity to enter the public service and to remain as long as they produce.
Post Friday's meeting and interview with the media, Strawn issued a statement saying his office is entrusted with serving the public through transparent governance and decisions grounded in fairness and impartiality. The statement further emphasized that it is the long-standing practice of the authority not to comment on confidential employment matters. That approach safeguards the integrity of internal processes while respecting the privacy and dignity of those involved. For that reason, I will not engage in public discussions regarding the circumstances of any individual's employment. I will, however, state unequivocally that employment decisions are not influenced by political affiliation. Reporting for our news, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, an argument over a sandwich ends in an attempted murder charge. Prosecutors say 37-year-old Shamir Dorset, otherwise known as Shorty, tried to stab Ishmael Pratt in the neck on August 4th. The incident allegedly took place at their Lincoln Boulevard home. Dorset didn't have to enter a plea to the charge when she appeared before Assistant Chief Magistrate Shaka Seville. Dorset returns to court on September 27th. Ministry of Works is looking to modernize the country's building approval process, and they're headed off on a fact-finding mission to get it done. Works and Family Affairs Minister Clay Sweeting led a Bahamian delegation to the Cayman Islands recently to examine their fully digital building approval system. The goal is to reduce approval times from months to weeks through integrated technology.
We looked at different benchmarks throughout the region, and Cayman Islands seemed to be one of the top tier in regards to streamlining how the process starts from the beginning to the end, along with digitization and uploading documents and all of that. What's exciting, what we're seeing today, is we met with the minister who was in charge of infrastructure and the whole process, and the team, the director of planning here in Cayman, and they showed us the whole process from start to finish. What's interesting is that how they fully digitized the process and how all systems are integrated and taught with one ministry to the other. So we're looking at how we can bring that to the Bahamas, hopefully build upon that and streamline it even more than what we've seen here in Cayman.
Now, Sweeting says the government is also exploring the use of artificial intelligence to improve efficiency and build on earlier tests using the Barbados Building Code.
AI, of course, as we've seen throughout not just the region but the world, is becoming an integral part of development. We've already test ran the process with Bahamas Building Code. And you will see definitely how AI will play a role in streamlining approvals and inspecting architectural work, engineered work to a certain level, so that persons, instead of waiting weeks or months to see what their challenges are, within minutes they can see if their plans have any challenges with design, the framework. So we look forward to AI playing an integral role in the next step in Ministry of Works.
All right, we've got a lot more news to get to tonight, but first it's time for your first look at temperatures across the country. Meteorologist Ian McKenzie is standing by in the Weather Center tonight. Ian?
Happy TGIF Jerome and happy TGIF Bahamas. Outside our studios, we're under mostly fair and warm skies with a temperature of 86. Feels like still very, very warm at 96. Your winds are from the east at 12 miles per hour. Solid and radar composite at this time. A plume of moisture dominating the northern and portion of the extreme northwest Bahamas as well. This is all associated with a stubborn trough that is persisting and will eventually move towards the west through tomorrow. So you holiday shoppers in South Florida, Central Florida, pay attention, take your rain gear. We'll tell you all about this straight ahead in an extended forecast and a look at the tropics.
And still to come on our news tonight.
In the last week, we have had 3 completely blackout in the whole island because of this situation. And without electricity, you cannot operate, you cannot have surgeries.
Coming to the aid of our neighbors, the Ministry of Health makes a donation to Cuban kids fighting cancer. Plus, a history-making moment for two Grand Bahama women within the Pilot Club International. That's all coming up when our news returns.
Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Gillot celebrates the Bahamian spirit, from culture and craft to our reefs and jungle, preserving what's ours, shaping what's next. Like, it's in our hands.
Cuban children fighting cancer now have access to much-needed medication thanks to the generosity of the Bahamas. This as the island nation grapples with economic, health and energy uncertainties. The Ministry of Health and Wellness donating the special medicine in spite of the tough U.S. sanctions that have been crippling that island nation with ongoing blackouts. The healthcare system is also under siege as a result of those blackouts. Cuban ambassador to the Bahamas, Juan Carlos Macroff Sanchez, was on hand at the Lynden Pinley International Airport to receive the medicines.
In the last week, we have had 3 completely blackout in the whole island because of this situation. And without electricity, you cannot operate, you cannot have surgeries, and because of the sanctions, we are not able to go to the international market to obtain these medicines. That is the reason why we extend the deepest gratitude.
Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville says the donation is just part of a wider humanitarian effort by the Davis administration.
In a session of CARICOM, we agreed that all of us will be a part of the humanitarian effort, particularly for medical supplies for the residents of Cuba. And the government of the Bahamas is a part of CARICOM, and we are now activating our strategies to get these medications to the people of Cuba, particularly the Pediatric Oncology Department.
On the final day of World Breastfeeding Week, the Bahamas National Breastfeeding Association brought together mothers at the Mullet Marathon for the organization's signature event, the Big Latch On. The event is designed to support, educate, and empower women at every stage of their breastfeeding journey and is part of the association's mission to raise awareness in high-traffic public spaces. Association President Trinika McCarty says the organization has also been working closely with the government to advance policies that support breastfeeding mothers.
The
the BNBA and the government of the Bahamas, we have worked together, and guess what? Some things have already been put into place. I'm sure you all know about the labor laws, the IOL, and how some ratifications have already been done where women will be able to go on breastfeeding breaks, women will be able to have maternity leave extended.
McCarty says these workshops are essential because every mother's breastfeeding journey is unique. From seminars held at the Maranatha Seventh-day Adventist Church to regular hands-on sessions led by the association's lactation experts, the goal is not only to help mothers understand what to expect, but to give them the tools to navigate their individual breastfeeding journeys.
A woman needs to know what she needs to know about breastfeeding, so she needs to come to some breastfeeding classes. We actually offered that the other day when we did the seminar on breastfeeding at Maranatha Seventh-day Adventist Church through the BNBA sponsored the event, so they could know what to do and how to do it and what to expect. Because your journey might not be my journey. Everyone's journey can be different. Someone may have a C-section, someone may have a normal delivery, someone may have a baby that is a preemie and has to go in special care. So the journeys are going to be different. So that is what they have to bear in mind. And we are here, the BNBA and the lactation facilitators, the midwives, we are here to help you in this journey.
Coming up in sports, 2 more medals for Team Bahamas at the CACs. We had it going in the field and with the sailors on the seas. Quarter milers take center stage at the World Juniors, and we get August going with the 10 OIS Players of the Week.
Sun, sea, good friends. And bold new flavor has arrived in the Bahamas. Introducing the new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger. Spicy jalapenos, cool ranch, fresh Wendy's beef, one perfect balance. This isn't a heat you run from, you enjoy it. Bring the heat. Keep the cool with Wendy's new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Gillot celebrates the Bahamian spirit, from culture and craft to our reefs and jungle, preserving what's ours, shaping what's next. Like, it's in our hands.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Let's do show. Team Bahamas not done medal hunting at the CACs. It was a big day for Bahamian sports diversity, and I love diversity and equity and inclusion. The squad added 2 more bronze medals to its haul at the CAC Games on Wednesday, thanks to a big day in the field and on the water. First up, Brendan Vanderpool cleared 5.10 meters to grab bronze in the men's pole vault. Adding to that, the Bahamas had 2 guys in the top 5. Tyler Cash cleared 4.95 meters to finish 5th, making it one of the strongest events of the games for the team. Then the action shifted from the runway to the water. MJ Nash and Patrick Tomlinson sailed their way to bronze in the 2-person mixed dinghy, putting together one of the best finishes of the entire regatta. They finished with 24 net points, but what really stood out was that finish. In the last 4 races, this is how they closed out the competitions, with placings of 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and 1st again. That's how you finish with a flourish, and that's how you get the Bahamian flag back on the podium. So far, athletics, wrestling, and sailing have cashed in. The CAC medals are coming from everywhere, and there's still time for more. If you're not staying up late tonight, you might want to set an alarm, just in case you want to see Zion Davis make history. Davis is headed to the World Athletics Championships Under 20 400-meter final. He booked his spot after finishing 3rd in his semifinal in 45.86 seconds, punching his ticket to one of the biggest races of his young career. He opened the meet by running 46.73 to finish 2nd in his heat and advance. The final goes off tonight at 11:53 local time, so yes, it's gonna be a late one. Over in the women's 400, Kiesra Thomas made it through the first round with a strong 54.33, but her run ended in the semis where she clocked 57.84 to finish 26th overall. Alexis Roberts also suited up in the women's 400, running 56.16, while Giovanna Bridgewater posted 47.54 in the men's event. Both were eliminated in the opening round. In the high jump, Justin Hanna cleared 2.10 meters, but the magic number was 2.14, leaving him just short of a place in the final. Now, all eyes turn to Zion tonight. Alabama definitely got one of them ones. Love a top players list that's all over the place. We got hoops, homers, and medals. Let's get to it. At 5, we get started at Baha Mar Hoop Summer League. Arkansas talked a lot of trash. Javez Colby responded with 18 points, 10 boards, and this. Coming in at 4 in the MLB, Jazz doesn't hit home runs. He always has a flair for the dramatic. At 3, down in the minors, Ian Lewis says anything Jazz can do, I can do better, so he hits 2 home runs. Coming in at 2, back to the DR, Brandon Vanderpool has won at every level, has a national record, and now CAC bronze. And at 1, speaking of making history, huge 2 weeks for combat sports, Karahana wins bronze at the Commonwealth Games. That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. Have you all been watching season 2 of Beaches and Parks? I mean, season 1 was good, but this one is about to be insane. Speaking of watching, we just need the power to be on long enough tonight for us to watch Zion Davis. I mean, that's gonna happen, right?
And still to come on our news tonight.
Of course, we know Pilot is the best kept secret, but no more. We're about to change that narrative, and it starts today.
A history-making moment for 2 Grand Bahamian women with Pilot Club International. Plus, Ian is back with your extended weather forecast. Stay with us.
That part hard to get, you know.
Unless you go to wimauto.com.
Man, anybody get our website, man. How you know that's the right part?
On wimauto.com, you can enter the year, make, model, and engine size of your vehicle and choose the part that you need.
This is a Japanese car.
You can shop for that on our website.
What about chemicals?
Yep.
Car accessories?
Yep.
Tools?
Actually, yeah.
Plumbing, electrical, and grocery?
If we sell it, it's on our website. Don't worry, we don't have mechanics.
Oh, thank goodness.
Save time and shop with confidence with wimauto.com.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience. Our dedicated team is here to make every visit a win.
Now this is paradise.
This is more than just a place to play.
Now this is paradise.
It's where excitement meets world-class service.
Now this is paradise.
Now this is paradise.
Come experience it for yourself. Now this is paradise.
Gillot celebrates the Bahamian spirit, from culture and craft to our reefs and jungle. Preserving what's ours, shaping what's next. Like, it's in our hands.
This is our news. Welcome back to Extended Forecast and a look at the tropics. Taking a look at the main development region, or this tropical belt from Africa across the Caribbean area. Extremely quiet, and that's all courtesy of Saharan dust and some extreme upper level winds that are creating some sharing across the area. So it's keeping things quiet just the way we like it during a strong El Nino season. Taking a look at your boating forecast right now across the northwest Bahamas, winds east to southeast 10 to 15 knot, seas running 2 to 4 feet. Low tide at 10:07 p.m. tonight, high tide at 3:48 a.m. tomorrow morning. Central and southeast Bahamas, however, winds are a tad bit stronger. We have a caution in place for you boaters, and there is a high risk of rip currents for you swimmers. Winds easterly 15 to 20 knots, seas running 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In your extended forecast, we can anticipate some isolated shower activity, possible thunderstorms as well tomorrow, but high pressure will build across the area westwards, and we expect, yes, just, oh my gosh, just sunny skies, but the heat and the humidity will persist, folks, so stay hydrated. Those temperatures will be in the mid to upper 90s, folks. Those feel like temperatures hitting triple digits, so stay hydrated and remain outdoors during peak hours. That will be 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's a look at your evening forecast. Make it a great, safe, fun night, everyone.
Thank you much, Ian. Appreciate the heads up too. High temperatures, high sun, stay hydrated, stay protected. Thank you so very much. So tonight, 2 Grand Bahamian women making history within the Pilot Club International. The Pilot Club of Lucaya recently celebrating the installation of Karen Ferguson-Bain as president-elect and Nicole Colebrook as the new governor-elect of the Bahamas District of Pilot International. With nearly 10,000 members worldwide, the organization focuses on promoting brain health, supporting youth development, and caring for families in need. Ferguson-Bain shares why being a part of an organization like this and reaching this milestone is so meaningful to her.
Of course, we know Pilot is the best kept secret, but no more. We're about to change that narrative, and it starts today. It starts with each and every one of us talking about our stories, telling pilots and telling persons who we meet about the wonderful service we continue to give. I'm especially committed to creating opportunities for our young members in our Anchor and Compass programs to make sure they are fully developed to take on their leadership roles.
During that same news conference, Colebrook reflecting on the strength of Bahamian women in service.
It is a true pleasure and privilege to have been honored and nominated by my club, the Pilot Club of Lucaya, and duly installed as governor-elect for the 2026-2027 year of the Bahamas District. I am honored to celebrate this milestone along our very own Pilot Karen, who serves as president-elect of Pilot International. To have 2 women from one club elected to these distinguished leadership positions is a remarkable achievement and a proud moment for our club and district.
All right, congratulations to the ladies and congratulations to pilots all over the country for a great accomplishment. Just before we go tonight, and he's going to kill me for doing it, every night you see the anchors, you see the reporters, you see the front-facing folks, but there is a whole team of technical people who ensure that we get on the air, we do what we're supposed to do, and we execute a flawless newscast. So tonight, one of those technical team members, Leslie Roll, who's in Master Control, is celebrating his birthday today and tonight, and he's working tonight. Leslie, I know I didn't tell you I was going to do it, but happy birthday to you, buddy. Thank you for all you do. And we want to thank you for joining us tonight here on Our News. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Jerome Sawyer. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure and catch Danielle Miller. She's in the seat all this weekend for Our News Weekend. Until tomorrow, when you catch Danny in the seat, I'm Jerome Sawyer. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great and safe evening.